Dennis Daniel Show, and of course, as always, I am the one and the only Dennis Daniel, and this is part 1 of the Otakon-A-Thon. And we have got a very popular up-and-coming voice actress who's best known as Sayaka Miki in Madoka Magica and Ayumi Tokita in Squid Girl. And stick around because we're going to have an awesome Al Gore joke. The lovely Sarah Williams. Sarah, welcome to the program.
Hi.
So, you're an up-and-coming voice actress, and of course our show focuses on voice actors of the past, the present, and the future. So what got you interested in voice acting?
Anime. I was an anime kid since 2nd grade when I was watching Sailor Moon, you know, the old Sailor Moon dub show.
There's nothing wrong with watching Sailor Moon. I will admit, I watched Sailor Moon, not as much, but still a little bit, you know, maybe teeny, little itty bit. I was more of a Pokemon fan myself.
Well, Sailor Moon was my gateway anime. It was like the first one I ever saw, and I was just like, oh, what is this? It's so shiny and pretty and different, and I loved it, and I hold that, you know, people complain about that dub, but I kind of hold a special place for it in my heart just because it was the gateway.
Well, people got to remember, back in the 90s, anime wasn't mainstream like it is today. There were very seldom titles out there, and very few of them were actually dubbed in English. So you got to understand that this is kind of an evolution of anime as we have seen it become. You know, now there are blocks on networks, and there's video streaming sites that show both dub and sub. And I think the fans appreciate that because they got to know their history, otherwise they're doomed to repeat it.
Though I do think it's made us a lot more impatient and, you know, mine. Ha! To quote that line from the show.
That's awesome. So anyway, one of your best-known roles is Sayaka Miki from Madoka Magica. How did you land the role, and what do you think of her character?
I landed it like everyone else did. I went in and auditioned, and then I waited for a long time, and I was kind of like, I didn't get it after all, that's too bad. And they were like, no, you did get it. And I was like, awesome, because I knew that show was like one of the big up-and-comers. Like, you get that feeling sometimes when you see a new show come out, like when I first saw the first Full Metal Alchemist, and I was like, this show's going to be really big. And that's what Madoka Magica felt like, and I knew it was going to be something big, and then they're like, then I get to be in it. And I was like, holy crud.
So what do you think of your character in the series?
I love Sayaka. She's eerily the way I was as a child at that age. Like, I know I thought the way she thinks, though nowadays I have a good amount of adult, what's the word?
Insanity?
No, what's that? What is it? Hindsight's 20/20. I like, now that I'm an adult, I know things that I didn't know at that age, so I probably wouldn't make the same decisions she did, but I know at that age I probably thought a lot I thought similar to the way she does.
Oh, hey, we all thought that way as a little kid, but it probably was tougher being a little kid with magical powers. You know, those kids today with their magical powers and their summonings and their hula hoops, and get into a rant about these kids today and their god dang magical powers.
Well, that and just all the, spoiler alert, all the stuff that comes down on her later, and I'm trying to explain to my one friend who's like, I don't get her decisions, why'd she do that and that and that? I'm like, no, it's like, well, you don't get it because you don't understand how that feels, because I do understand how that feels, because I went through similar things as growing up like that. But I understand why you don't. That's why I think a lot of people, it's kind of polarizing, and some people really like Sayaka as a character, and some people are like, ah.
Well, if they don't understand the character, just go YOLO.
It's really hard to talk because I'm afraid I don't know how much I should spoil in case someone's like, oh, she spoiled it all.
No, don't worry. No, don't worry about that, Sarah. We don't care about spoiling.
It's like walking on eggshells.
Yeah, don't worry. The show was spoiled the first time it aired.
That's true. Everybody.
Okay. So aside from Sayaka, you also did Ayumi Tokita from Squid Girl, and that's a unique anime because it's about a girl that comes from the ocean to attack the humans for polluting in the ocean. Yes, people, the oil spill in BP finally came to fruition. Thank you, Al Gore. So, what do you think of Ayumi's character on that show? Especially, you know, hanging out with this girl who comes from the ocean and has these crazy little tentacles for her hair. It's got to be some...
Ayumi's not a character I think I get to play a lot. I seem to be getting a lot of either tomboys or energetic girls or the little hyper kids, you know?
Not complaining.
Ayumi's, she's very quiet and soft-spoken and, like, hiding.
What?
She's hiding away, I mean, honestly, the other thing I did on that show, I did a lot of incidentals, and I think the character I had in the baseball episode says more than Ayumi says in both her episodes I had for her combined. Which I thought was just really funny.
Anime works really weird like that, doesn't it, Sarah?
But I like her. She's so cute and quiet, and I love the whole reveal. Oh, she's in a mask. What does that mean? Suddenly mask comes up. Oh, surprise, she's super hot. How did I not see that one coming?
You don't say.
It's like you know.
It's like you know, but you don't want to know. It's like, I see what they did there. So, anyway, we come from the College Conservatory of Music at the University of Cincinnati, and there are a lot of theater majors, vocal majors, drama majors. Do you have any advice for those who want to pursue a career in voice acting?
Act. I know what I was told before I hit college was, oh, you want to do voice acting? Get a theater major. Okay. Especially if you're prone to stage fright and shyness like I was. It's absolutely essential to just force yourself into that. I mean, most invaluable class I had in college was Acting 3 Shakespeare, which was terrifying because I kept thinking to myself, oh dear God, what am I doing here with these people who are probably going to be on Broadway? That's how talented they are. And it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I went to that class feeling like I was going to puke every morning. I was so nervous. And then finally something clicked because I just forced myself to do it and forced myself to do it. And finally I was like, oh, wait, this isn't scary anymore. And then it got fun. And that was really instrumental in just not being scared of anything anymore.
Well, I see with a lot of our guests that they have a lot of theater experience, and they use that experience, even though they're not performing in front of an audience, they use that raw talent and energy to portray the characters better. So you would say that, doing the Shakespeare, even though you may not be doing, live performances or Shakespeare in the park or Broadway, you're able to relay what you learned in those classes into your voicing for these different shows. And hopefully you'll have some more shows. And do you have any shows that you can tell us about that you might be in?
Not really. All I can say, and I have to say this very ambiguously because I can't talk about it yet. I have a smaller part in a show coming up that will be out soon. Again, I can't say what. And I have a part in a game coming out. Again, I can't say what. Wish there was something. It's not out yet, so I can't talk about it. And that's
Sarah,
so frustrating.
Story of our show. That is the story of our show. Well, Sarah, thanks for being on, and hopefully in the near future we'll be able to see you in a whole bunch of more titles that don't involve a girl coming from the ocean, a magical girl with problems, or Al Gore being right. You were right, Gore. Get over it.
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig, and the squid girl are gonna destroy the world because we polluted. What the hell did I just say?
I don't know, but you said it.